Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Spring Convocation 2022. We acknowledge that we gather today on the traditional territory of Treaty 6 and the homeland of the Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Please stand as you are able for the honors song and the arrival of the Chancellor's Platform Party and our graduands. Thank you so much to our drum group Buffalo Boy Productions for performing today's honor song. Would you please remain standing as we join our vocalist Linda Millette in the singing of O Canada. Please be seated. Once again, graduands, distinguished guests, welcome. My name is Chelsea Wilness. I'm the University Secretary and Chief Governance Officer for the University of Saskatchewan. I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the platform party that you see before you. Beginning with the front row on my left and your right, Russ Eisinger, University Registrar. Patty McDougall, Deputy Provost. Jay Wilson, Vice Provost, Teaching, Learning, and Student Experience. Angela Jaime, Vice Provost, Indigenous Engagement. Roland Duquette, Elder. President Peter Stoichev. Chancellor Grit McCreath. Jane Graham, today's honorary degree recipient. Debbie Burshton, Dean, College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. Beth Bilson, Dean, College of Education. In the second row are orators Geraldine Balser, Candace Wasakase Lafferty, Jennifer Milburn. Mustafa Kamal, President, Graduate Students Association. Cheryl Hamelin, Vice President, University Relations. Baljit Singh, Vice President, Research. Don Wallin, Associate Vice President, Research. Vicki Squires, Associate Dean, College of Education. Sean Murphy, Associate Dean, College of Education. And Suzanne Cresta, Dean, College of Engineering. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, leaders, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work they've done in supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates.
Eminent Chancellor, graduands and families, so many honored guests, I thank all of you who are here today to be part of this moment in the University of Saskatchewan's history. In particular, I do want to acknowledge Elder Roland Duquette, who's here for every single convocation ceremony that we hold at this university, and the Buffalo Boys drum group, whom you just heard from today, playing the honors song. I also acknowledge the faculty on the stage who are the core of this university and the core of the College of Education. They have been leaders and mentors for so many of you who will graduate today. Isn't it wonderful to be back together again after 2.5 years mostly spent apart from one another. Everyone among our university community of some 30,000 people contributed to getting us safely through the worst of the pandemic so far. And everyone contributed to ensuring this great university continued its exceptional research and teaching despite the many challenges that we all faced. We're hopefully at the point of return, but we're also at the point of no return, because we have learned much from the pandemic experience, all of us have, and this university has, that will change this university in important ways and that will help us help the world be a better place. But I want to thank, in particular, all the students here today who have endured the pandemic situation gracefully and resiliently, and it paid off because you're here celebrating this milestone in your lives. Your hard work and your perseverance have brought all of us together today, and everyone here acknowledges and thanks you for that. We're also here because this university has brought us together. A university is a wonderful thing, crucial, imperative to the ongoing conversation we call democracy. We are so fortunate to be in Canada and to have the freedoms we have. Given the world that we're in now, where it's difficult to separate out what's true and what's not true, where our future depends on knowledge and the correct use of it, where research holds the key to our greatest challenges, where not only free speech but informed speech are critical to our humanity, universities are needed more than they have ever been, and the University of Saskatchewan is needed more than it has ever been. It's one reason we govern ourselves not only on the basis of what we want to be, but what the world needs us to be. What all of you crossing this stage today, strengthened with a University of Saskatchewan degree, go on to do in your lives will matter immensely to our collective futures. It's a great privilege to have a university education, and with that privilege comes responsibility. And if people like you don't take that responsibility and make the world a better place, who's going to do it? We need you to be thoughtful, educated, and humane leaders, because our world now depends on it. Some of the country's most formative political leaders got their degrees here. Not only a prime minister, but 9 Canadian premiers graduated from here. Many lieutenant governors of Saskatchewan and of other provinces as well. Many Canadian ambassadors to countries all around the world. We need all of you to become groundbreaking researchers who change how we understand our world. Many who have gone on to do that graduated from here, and people who wanted to do that have come here because we provided a great place to do it. One was Gerhard Herzberg, who was offered a position here in 1935 by our first president, Walter Murray, to escape Nazi Germany, when no other university on this continent had the vision or the ability to offer him such a position. Herzberg went on to win the Nobel Prize in Chemistry just over 50 years ago for the work he did while he was a professor here. We need all of you to help find cures for cancer and many other health challenges. People at this university have done that. We're the home of the cobalt-60 radiation therapy that revolutionized cancer treatment decades ago and saved the lives of millions of cancer patients literally around the world. Former Chancellor and Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Fedoruk worked on it when she was a student here. The casing for it was made by the small Acme Machine and Electric Company just a couple of miles from here on Idlewild Drive. A great Saskatoon story. Many thousands of patients were treated here over the next 20 years until it was replaced with newer technology. at our synchrotron, the only one in Canada. We've pioneered how to produce medical isotopes without using a nuclear reactor, and our cyclotron now provides medical isotopes to RUH instead of bringing them in from elsewhere. It's a fitting homage to that cobalt-60 work done here over half a century ago. We need all of you to be great athletes and coaches, and graduates of this university have been among them. Olympian Sandra Schmerler and NHL coaches Mike Babcock and Dave King, both of them education students, were at the University of Saskatchewan. In fact, 4 of the NHL's head coaches were student athletes here with Huskies hockey. That history of excellence is why we were able to build Merlis Belcher Place and to be in it together today. We need every one of you to help ensure peace. There are many roads to that great goal. Just over 77 years after the last battles of the Second World War in May 1945, I'm reminded of the 2,500 U of S students, faculty, and staff who enlisted in it, 202 of whom never returned. Ensuring that democracy prevails, fragile and embattled as it is another route. And that too is where we need all of you to fight for the most important freedoms that the invasion of Ukraine proves cannot be taken for granted. And to do this by understanding the difference between truth and its imposters. That's what a university education can do for all of us. We need you to continue the work being done at this university on how to provide food to the world's rapidly growing population. In order to meet the world's food needs, agricultural productivity needs to double. Our Global Institute for Food Security is helping to do just that, enabled by the great work done at this university over decades, including by our Crop Development Center that recently celebrated its 50th anniversary. The economic impact for the province in this University of Saskatchewan area alone is in the neighborhood of $40 billion. We've added to that economic impact in many ways, including by developing the varieties of crops that make this province and country the export powerhouse that they are. We need all of you to help ensure the world does not suffer from another pandemic. Science has done what was asked of it to create vaccines in less than a year, the culmination of a lot of sacrifice and hard work and decades of basic research. And our Vito researchers have played a big role in that. But there's a role for everyone, not only scientists, to prevent the next one. If the pandemic is revealing anything to us, it's that humanity's healthy future depends on evidence and data-based scientific truths being widely circulated and understood. High infection and mortality rates are a direct result of widespread misunderstanding, misinformation, skepticism of information, and a politicized rejection of scientific truths. This university has accepted the challenge of combating all that in so many ways, and we need all of you to continue to accept that challenge as you move beyond the university with your degree in hand. Education will be the key to that. What you go on to influence in our school systems as teachers, administrators, educational leaders, ensuring that schools graduate informed citizens ready to push back against ignorance and unfounded opinion and against racism and inequality, that will be the difference maker for our collective futures. An education degree is going to be a powerful thing. You hold that in your hands. Our Chancellor Grit McCreath knows that. She's an education graduate, as does Jane Graham, today's recipient of the highest honor the university can bestow, an honorary degree. She too is an education graduate who has gone on to have exceptional influence in this province. So the University of Saskatchewan degree you've worked hard to receive today has tremendous value. Many employers tell me that when they see an application from a University of Saskatchewan grad, it gets special attention because the quality of this university is so high, because of its graduates' work ethic that's part of our prairie roots, and because you're problem solvers. We need you to solve the problems we can't even imagine today. I said that at a convocation 2.5 years ago when the pandemic was not yet on the radar. We need you to solve problems that we can't even imagine today. Saskatchewan's future will depend on it, and the world's future is going to depend on it. This underscores the critical importance of investing in higher education and the fact that we are a crucial part of the province's future success. We're in a province with the natural resources that are second to none in this country, with almost half of Canada's field crop land, 30% of the world's potash supplies at a time when the world needs food, the highest grade uranium in the world when we need clean energy, more than 10% of the world's rare earth mineral, vast tracts of forest, huge strength in oil and gas. How to be innovative and sustainable and responsible with these natural resources for the benefit of all is Saskatchewan's great challenge. As one of Canada's top-ranked research universities, the University of Saskatchewan ensures this province stays ahead of the innovation curve. And without our kind of research and teaching, and yours, there is no innovation. And without innovation, we have a diminished future. So now, more than ever before, we all need people with degrees like yours, from a university like yours, to help build a more sustainable world, a more equitable world, a healthier world, a world with the courage to embrace diversity and togetherness simultaneously. And I'm proud that we now have students from over 130 countries attending the University of Saskatchewan, and many of those countries are represented by graduates today and throughout this week. The world also needs us to be a university that responds to the work of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And I'm grateful that the University of Saskatchewan is seen in this country as a participant, not as a bystander, in building reconciliation. We are at a time when the country faces the greatest cultural opportunity of its history. Being the university the world needs today means committing to reconciliation. It will take a strategic mixture of patience and impatience, and it will take time. But as our first president, Walter Murray, wrote to a friend in 1908, when traveling by train here to begin his work, we're building for centuries. The University of Saskatchewan is a great experiment in human culture, a place where we learn to be humble servants of a democratic society and respectful critics of it. None of you know exactly where you are headed, and that's okay. Take the journey, take the risks, find the passion, make a positive difference to a world that needs you now. It's a great privilege to have a university education, and with that privilege comes great responsibility. If people like you don't make the world a better place, who's going to do it? We know you will do it. Thank you in advance, on behalf of everyone here, for taking up this tremendous and timely challenge, and I congratulate you on today's milestone in your lives.
Members of the Convocation, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you Jane Graham. Jane's contributions to the University of Saskatchewan and broader communities began decades ago and are demonstrated in a lifetime commitment to volunteerism, education, and public service. Jane completed her Bachelor of Education at the University of Saskatchewan in 1962, majoring in physical education and biology. Although she was officially a member of the Husky women's swimming and fencing teams, Jane participated in every intramural sport available to her on campus and was involved in many aspects of university and Saskatoon life. Following her graduation from the College of Education, Jane and her husband, Ron Graham, moved to Moose Jaw, where Jane began teaching physical education at Central Collegiate. While raising their 3 sons, Jane continued her passion for community involvement. She became a provincial director and program chair of the Canadian Federation of University Women and served as a public school board trustee in Moose Jaw. Beyond local involvements in education, Jane was appointed to a provincial curriculum committee for special education as well as a planning committee to develop school and home education programs for children with multiple disadvantages. Throughout the Graham's time in Moose Jaw, Jane served on a provincial committee for the status of women and on the Moose Jaw YWCA Board of Directors. She also expanded her experience into areas of business by managing the in-house computer operations for Graham Construction and developing programs and services for a variety of other businesses. Following moves, first to Calgary and then to California, Jane continued her dedicated service to community. She was vice president and co-developer of Practex, a program to educate and support adults in how to start their own businesses based on a hands-on approach. She has served as chairman of the board for New Haven Homes, a residential care facility and special education school for disadvantaged and marginalized youth in Southern California. Her efforts have earned her a life membership with the St. Germain Children's Charity, a charity dedicated to stopping child abuse and providing programs to help vulnerable children from infancy to young adulthood. Her nominators were steadfast in their admiration of Jane and her accomplishments and pointed out that through all of these contributions, there is a theme that emerges. Through her generosity and commitment to community, Jane supports education and empowerment for children, youth, and adults. And she does so with humility, heart, and an unwavering dedication to service. Together, Jane and Ron have been steadfast supporters and champions of the University of Saskatchewan and our students. The Grahams have become the largest cumulative alumni donors in university history. Among the projects they have supported are the Jane and Ron Graham Center for the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning in the College of Education, the Sports Science and Health Center and basketball practice courts in Merlis Belcher Place, the School of Professional Development in the College of Engineering, the Graham Husky Clubhouse, and the Vaccine and Infectious Disease Organization's Center for Pandemic Research. At the heart of it all, Jane's outstanding support for students has left a lasting legacy that resonates campus-wide. In particular, her support of student athletes has been nothing short of phenomenal and has helped elevate Husky athletics to among the best university teams in the country. It is common to find Jane and Ron traveling across Canada to support and cheer basketball and football teams on to victory. We've often heard them say, "They bleed green." In recognition of their outstanding contribution, the basketball courts at the Physical Activity Complex were renamed and refinished as Ron and Jane Graham Center Court. Jane was also inducted into the College of Education Alumni Wall of Honor in 2017. On a personal note, Jane and I are fellow educators, longtime friends, former students of Newtana Collegiate, proud Saskatoonians, and unwavering University of Saskatchewan champions. Jane, the many ways you have given back to your community and invested in your alma mater have made the world a better place. Your enthusiasm and support for giving back bring out the best in all of us. Today, and with a proud heart, I am honored to confer on Jane Graham the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Here comes.
There you are. Lovely. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to take it right off. So we don't mix you up. Thank you. Very good. Madam Chancellor, thank you very much. Mr. President, distinguished faculty and staff, families, friends, and 2022 graduates. It gives me great pleasure to address the class of 2022 education. It's exactly 60 years to the days, the month, that Ron and I graduated in education and engineering. And you know what a marvelous ride it's been. These 60 years, quite amazing. It's been an unusual time since COVID hit us in March of 2019, and with the onset of living with COVID. It was a struggle for everyone, especially isolated students who had had to learn online, and because the campus was completely shut down. I noticed this fall when we were here on the campus, there were second and third year students who had never been on the campus. They were all frosh. It was quite the scene. They were still finding their way around, meeting new people, and as I say, being frosh. What really helped me through the whole business of COVID was Hall's cough drops. You know, I don't know how it is. The Canadian ones are in French and English, but the American ones are just plain English. And, you know, well, I'll just open this one up and just read to you, and it just gives you a lift. Just a minute, and I have to check it out here. Oh, my. It says, buckle down and push forward. Let me hear your battle cry. Be unstoppable. Power through. Seize the day. And then, of course, the last one that's really good is a pep talk in every drop. So I didn't languish any longer, and I stepped up to it, and COVID was reasonably kind to me. So, excuse me. This is all messed up. bent it to bring it here. Anyway, the university has been a very important part of the Graham family's lives for over 4 generations. Ron's father, Peter, and his 2 brothers all graduated in engineering in the 30s and 40s. I'm talking about the 1900s. So Ron and I graduated in the 60s. Our son Jeff and his wife Cindy in the 80s. Their 3 children, Nolan, Peyton, and Connor, in the 2010s. The Husky football clubhouse was built in honor of Ron's father, Peter. Quite an amazing man. He played 4 years of football, that's varsity, 4 years of varsity basketball, and graduated in 4 years. And when Ron asked him, you know, how did you do it? He said, well, I didn't have a girlfriend, so that's how you have to do it. Okay. My parents, Maxine and Rupert Wentz, were strong role models for my brother Chuck and my sister Marg, and for me while we were growing up. They would always remind us, step up when something needs doing. And I guess that's what we've just kept on doing. They were active in many community, business, and volunteer organizations. I remember sitting with my little brother Chuck in the car, waiting for my mother to pick up breast milk in the dead of winter and deliver it up to the hospital, St. Paul's Hospital, for the premature babies. And my dad was a hunter. We ate everything that he shot. So no bear, no moose, no geese, but everything else. And I remember him bringing back brown paper bags full of wild rice, which had to be cleaned and washed and boiled and all the rest of it, because it was long before it was ever commercially sold in the markets. The former Dean of Education, Michelle Pritula, had a profound influence on Ron's and my decision to support the scholarship of teaching and learning. Her enthusiasm and inspiration, her leadership, and her remarkable talent for innovation created her dream of SOTL, which is the School of Teaching and Learning. The center supports applied research in higher education. It's unique in North America. The center offers the first graduate degree in teaching and learning in Canada. It'll train graduates with the knowledge and tools to find practical reasons and answers to the challenges that every education person across academic disciplines face every single day. And so we salute and honor her. Another page. Okay. Oh, I'm missing something here. One moment. Okay. John Ruskin, a Victorian writer, critic, and artist, said, "What you think, or what you know, or what you believe in, is in the end of very little consequence. The only consequence is what we do. Do what holds true value for you." Our years on campus were wonderful. USask made such an impression on both of us and such a difference to our lives. We've had the means and wanted to contribute in return. And it isn't just writing a check or handing over money. We try to focus our meaningful giving where we're personally involved, and we're committed to a need or a cause. There's no greater satisfaction than helping students, faculties, and programs achieve their goals. This is what has brought joy to us, and it continues to bring joy throughout our lives. You are entering the honorable profession of teaching. You share the responsibility for educating the future healers, scientists, educators, innovators, and leaders of our country. Give students even better opportunities than you were given. The way you live your life is a gift to those who come after. And I have a few little things I'd just like to share with you. The first thing is just go for it. Never avoid doing something because you're afraid of failure. Consider mistakes to be a valuable learning experience. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's that quiet little voice at the end of the day that says, I'm going to do better tomorrow. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. It's a good thing to find your strong points. Everyone has a different gift to give the world. Embrace it and play to your strengths. We're all important for very different reasons, and we all have our own unique purpose. The meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away or to share it. It's not what you gather, but it's what you scatter that tells what kind of life you have led. So follow and get involved with whatever ignites your interests and your passions. And don't make excuses. If something goes wrong, don't blame others. Start with yourself. Take responsibility for the programs that have not been solved or acted upon. A ship in a harbor is safe, but that's not what ships were made for. Never stop seeking knowledge. Be inquisitive, curious, questioning, leading and sharing what you have learned with others. Knowledge is true power. And never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty, for truth and compassion against injustice, lying, and greed. Respect or reject pettiness and bitterness. It's a waste of valuable energy. Generosity and kindness always make things better. And just live your life well. Arthur Ashe, the tennis great, had said, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. There's always, always something to be thankful for. You are all braver than you seem. You're stronger than you believe and smarter than you think. Next page. I'm just skipping out and not telling you about the credo of the educator, which I think is a marvelous thing for everyone to remember. It's basically that it's hard to explain, but I think that I am so pleased that you have chosen education. You understand the power of education. You aim for excellence in our ever-changing world. So, go and make the world a better place for the future generations. And last of all, remember, don't sweat the small stuff. Everything is small stuff. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, President Stoichev, members of the University Senate and Board of Governors, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduates in the front row please rise and approach the platform? As they're making their way forward, I'll let you know how the conferring of degrees will unfold. As you enter the stage, please stop and face the audience as the hood will be placed over your shoulders. You may remove your mask if you wish. Once you have been hooded, proceed to the first podium, where the orator will present each of you by name. Once your name has been announced, proceed to be greeted by the President and Chancellor. The Chancellor admits you to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. For health reasons, unfortunately, there will be no handshaking today, but you will continue across the platform to be greeted by the Dean or Associate Dean of your college and to receive your parchment from them. A photo will be taken prior to exiting the stage, and a photographer will also be backstage and will take your photo again before you return to your seat.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the certificate in teaching English as a second language. I present to you Oksana Parchomenko. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Education. I present to you Tara Ann Akri. Colby Daniel Edward Aldorfer. Katrine Alexson. Devon Ray Ammond. Natalia Jane Anderson with distinction. Caitlin Victoria Andres with great distinction. Daniel Brooks Asham. Teresa Lynn Auser with great distinction. Dakota Baker. Jessica Marie Branowski with distinction. Anastasia Dawn Barker Hamilton with great distinction. Pearl Margaret Barnes with distinction. Courtney Bear. Alexandra Rain Belanger. Kathleen Berndt with distinction. Marissa Bertoya. Denny Avron Dakota Blackstar. Myron Bob with distinction. Amanda Bob with distinction. Brittany Bob with distinction. Kalandra Dawn Bosovich with great distinction. Kira Ray Amanda Boyko. Reed Timothy Bratton with great distinction. Anna Ray Dale Brabant Urquiza with distinction. Jamie Kayla Bradfield. Kiersey Robin Bradley with distinction. Lauren Ashley Bubnick with great distinction. Nikki Blair Bugler. Chantel Destiny Cameron. Olivia Sheridan Cameron with distinction. Kelly Jean Camponi. Sean Carley. Chelsea Amanda Chartrand with distinction. Erica Renee Chaquette. Teresa Cockney. Madison Emily Irene Cole. Abigail Marie Constance Berthier. Jessica DeLay Cook with distinction. Mia Catini. Carolyn Genevieve Cox with distinction. Nicole Rena Crookedneck. Carter Mitchell Dahl. Mara Angie Davies. Cody J. Davis. Alexa Michelle Delaney with great distinction. Joyce Judy Desjardins. Shaughnessy Kendall Robbie Demert with distinction. Taylor Brooke Dietrich. Heath Anthony Michael Dion with distinction. Shay Adela Dixon with distinction. Cameron Robin Dufort. Jaylene Tillen Dumont. Catherine Grace Dick. Ariane Danielle Entz with great distinction. Megan Katharina Fabian with distinction. Michaela Janelle Farrell with distinction. Kyle Adam Fader with distinction. Amy Fadak with distinction. Megan Nicole Fair with distinction. Mitchell Robert Fensky with distinction. Chelsea Fisher with distinction. Evelyn Fisher. Shelby Lynn Fisher with distinction. Reese Thomas Forster with great distinction. Zachary Frank with great distinction. Caitlin Ruth Franklin. Taylor Gabrielson with distinction. Gurper Singh Gill. Reggie Nelson Gomez. Brianna Kathleen Grasick with great distinction. Geneva Nicole Grest with great distinction. Joshua James Tyler Grieve. Raylyn Gunther with distinction. Candace Gunn. Kennedy Jane Haney. Britt Mariah Hansen. Rochelle Nicole Harder with great distinction. Amy Carolyn Hattam. Kelly Hodson with distinction. Peter Homer with distinction. Erica Danielle Ritzik with great distinction. Danica Hudson McLeod with distinction. Kate Mackenzie Hurst Craft with distinction.
Debbie Karen Iron. Hello again. Austin Samuel Johnson with distinction. Hello again. Corinne Alana Johnson. Connor Storm Johnson with distinction. Morgan Brittany Johnstone. Hunter Robert Kiever Ago. Jeffrey Thomas Klein. Andrew Joel Berg-Kohler. Britt Dawn Corpin. Jaden Nicole Kraus with great distinction. Sydney Lynn LaBelle with distinction. Oh, yes. Michaela Lynn LaRocque. Congratulations. Robin Renee Lasasse. Taylor Nicole Latimer. Melissa Faye Dawn Ledoux. Kendra Lear with distinction. Dean Edwards Legary. Patrick Lengert. Sarah Leifers Pritchard with great distinction. Melanie Lewison. Alexandra Jaden Lukadoff. For the picture. Elizabeth Denise McDonald with distinction. Shaylin Danielle Mackay Robertson with distinction. Taylor Madison Marcoux Johnson. Christina Leanne McBride with great distinction.
Caught an earring.
Roberta Lynn McIntyre. Stephen Hugh McIntyre with distinction. Yeah, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice for the picture. Jillian Renee McLeod with great distinction. Madison Reese McLeod with distinction. Taylor Ray Jean Miller with great distinction. Dana Elizabeth Mitzel. Carly Megan Morin. Oh yeah, take your time. It's your moment. Take your time. Samantha Dawn Morin. Morin. Sebastian Quinton Morin. Kahaja Muradi with distinction. Miriam Marodi. Skyla Sharon Barb Misko. Okay, thank you. JC Lynn Nickel. Sarah Kimberly Ann Norman with distinction. Jolene Michelle Sophie Odd Nokan with distinction. Cooper Allen Olson. Angie Marie Opikakyu. Kathleen Grace Pauley. Aiden Jesse Piwapas Siconius. Magali Piche Bernard. Talina Ann Patalis. Pilatus. Eden Summer Polsnachuk with great distinction. Thomas William Pritchard. Kristen Destiny Racio with great distinction. Brooklyn Marie Ray with great distinction. Amy Lynn Rathgeber with great distinction. Alexander Vincent Reed. Mercedes Redekop with distinction. Tara Marie Rink. Kiana Tanae Risling. Mitchell Rourke with great distinction. Shade Rose Marie Ross. Kaylee Dawn Sam with distinction. Welcome. Ravleen Sani. L, right? L Sanderson with great distinction. Laura Sanderson. Okay. Tyra Madison Sandiford with distinction. Jordan Mary Louise Schmidt. Megan Kelly Schmidt with distinction. Oh, yes. Kelsey Schoonmaker. Molly June Schultz with great distinction. Peyton Charlene Sekundiak. Rika Hannah Sajil Sisequasis. Davneet Shergill. Alicia Jora Siemens. Okay. Brennan John Smith with great distinction. Okay. Jalen Ann Louise Smith. Kaylee Morgan Substitution with distinction. Lauren Ann Stang with great distinction. Piles are getting. Coral Renee Stanley. Tori, okay, stop it. Tori Lorraine Steinnacher. Tori Eileen Stevens. Hannah Erica Stovich. Leon Johan Stridham. I'm ready for you. Come on, bring it. TJ Sumners with great distinction. That's okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Tanis Sabrina Sundown. Tammy Joan Swiftwolf. Delaney Rihanna Tate. Mackenzie Taphorn. with great distinction. Emma Carol Teed, with distinction. Katrine Dale Tindito, with distinction. Erica Dorothy Thornbert, with great distinction. Hannah Louise Isabel Tolton, with great distinction. Kwan Nok Tran. Nathaniel David Trebish. Emma Diane Ills Tremblay, with great distinction. Kaylee Miranda Grace Tyke. Catherine Timko. Okay, that's the end. Okay.
Brittany Aline Van Roberts. Sean Michael Vereshegen, with great distinction. Bryn Elise Von Dolan, with great distinction. Shelby Ray Voss. Lam Vu, with great distinction. Rebecca Bree Wasacase, with great distinction. Melanie Watson. Courtney Leanne Warahan, with distinction. Ryan Jordan Willard. Celine Adele Wilson, with distinction. Brooklyn Hope Zambon. Brendan Thomas Zatorsky, with distinction. Kyla Kristen Zerbin, with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the post-degree certificate in education, special education. I present to you Michelle Angela Howard, Kristen Leanne Howlett, Courtney Page Lewis Picard, Marvin Redekop. Dina Lynn Shylock. Megan Sarah Weatherspoon. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the post-degree certificate in English as an additional language education. I present to you Victoria Oldershaw. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Education and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Education. I present to you Odasindi Ben Adebayo. Nan Aftab. Linda Idell Aspen Baxter. Dana Lynn Babby. Kelsey Megan Bartaki. Nuruddin Bello. Kurt Jacob Bergsma. Tyler John Bozak. Sayao Cheng. Curtis Brent Chester. Ronald Leslie Cronin. Shannon Joy Dirksen. Christopher Michael Depker. Doriana Dueck. Peter Ekanem. Colin James Elliott. Stephen Farkasdi. Nicole Ainsley Julie Furland. Julie Fisowich. Lisa Shannon Gregg. Chandre Lee Goodmanson. Taylor Kathleen Halleck. Bonnie Faye Hartman. Shua Her. Karsten George Hohen. Travis Allen Meyer Hominick. Caitlin Andrea Hopkins. Adrian Nicole Jansen. Mariana Lisa Kindrachuk. Chad William Kozakowski. Melissa Lander. Christine Shilan Levesque. Zoe Lee. Carrie Ann Lorenz. Bernadette Clara McDonald. Nadia Makbul. Dwayne Joseph Marcinio. Mackenzie Allen Martell. Michelle Dawn McKinnell. Shima Nazari. Ashley Irene Dorothy Neufeld. Andrea Ruth Neufeld Rada. Kelsey Kim Paluski. Heather Dawn Phillips. Carrie Wenda Rowan. Alandra Rose Brownlee Stefanato. Menji Wang. Peggy Joelle Welter. Devin Lynn Weeb. Menge Wu. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I present to you Wilfred Alexander Beckford, Raquel Kim Beam, Andrea Lynn Dunk, Mark Joseph Gobet, Luke Heidebrecht, Mickey Earl Jutra, Kelly Maureen McInnes, Coralie Annette Pringle Nelson, Kareen Kangra Reed, please join me in congratulating these graduates on their certificates, diplomas, and degrees.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees, diplomas, and certificates to be granted.
Good afternoon. I would like to add my congratulations to the class of 2022 from the College of Education. That college adopted me in January of 2021, and I've been very happy there, although one of my regrets is that I haven't had a chance to interact with you very much. It is my happy task to present the College of Education Professionalism Award for Excellence in Teaching, which is an award to a student from the College of Education. And the recipient of that award in 2022 is Callie Bosevich. Hello. Callie Bosevich grew up in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, where she graduated from Bedford Road Collegiate as the senior pin. Callie's involvement in outdoor education and various extracurriculars during her schooling experience influenced her to become a teacher who empowers and inspires students to create social and environmental changes within the community through a place-based and anti-oppressive lens. During her time in the College of Education, Callie grew a passion for creating new cross-curricular projects that link the students and the school to the surrounding community. Callie completed her practicum at Tommy Douglas Collegiate in Saskatoon, teaching in two unique programs, the Softball Academy, and the Off the Grid Environmental Program. During her internship, Callie also had the opportunity to coach junior girls volleyball and junior badminton and acted as the SRC advisor. The highlight of Callie's practicum was building connections and relationships with her students while taking learning beyond the classroom. Her favorite memories teaching at Tommy Douglas include organizing tree planting expeditions with a local farm, canoe trips down the South Saskatchewan, extended biking trips, and a podcast series that has allowed the students to connect with university professors, health practitioners, Olympians, and leading climate scientists across Canada. She will never forget coordinating a student-led urban trek project, which tours the class around Saskatoon neighborhoods and connects with business owners, community organizers, and local sustainability experts. Callie has also been awarded the Wayne Dick Memorial Scholarship for her outstanding leadership and ability to make students feel welcome through her compassion and generosity. Since January of this year, Callie has been working with Saskatoon Public Schools and plans to continue teaching through a land-based and social environmental approach as she moves into this career. Callie is looking forward to entering the teaching profession and hopes to run her own land-based environmental education program in the future. Please join me in congratulating Callie Bosovich.
So today you receive your degree from the University of Saskatchewan. You have earned it. Every time you look at that parchment, it will serve as a reminder of the countless hours you dedicated to receiving it. It's a culmination of your years of hard work, all of which prepares you for a lifetime of success. Congratulations. With degree in hand, you join our ever-growing alumni family, more than 165,000 USask graduates around the world. The following video will show you where a degree from USask can take you.
Congratulations from USask alumni.
Minsa Kondenoy Makanak, Katipanishik Nishanikas, Cody First Nation Donchi. My name is Judy Pelly. I come from Cody First Nation. I'm a Anishinaabe. I'm a Soto. I am also an alumni of the university. We all stuck together through all this surreal time in our lives, and we can go on. We can go on and see a better tomorrow, be a better tomorrow for us. And with that, again, Chimegwich, hi. Thank you.
You are now part of our growing alumni family. We are proud to welcome you as one of our own. When you started this journey, you didn't know all the challenges you would face. You've proven to yourself and all those in your corner that you are resilient. Congratulations on beginning this next chapter. You now belong to a community of more than 165,000 alumni. The following reflections from some of our many distinguished alumni show the ways in which they continue to carry the University of Saskatchewan with them throughout their lives.
I've seen academia as a fundamental base, but a platform to do other things that I have been interested in and passionate about. And I've been lucky enough that, I've been able to do that.
Upon completing my 2 degrees from the university, I went a different direction. I went into business, and I've been self-employed ever since.
Those interactions helped me. These interactions, these opportunities helped me to create the path where I am right now.
I love being around young people. I love their energy. They're kind of like just starting out, and they've got this whole life ahead of them.
You are always welcome here. Let's create a brighter future together. Today, we celebrate you.
This brings our convocation ceremony to a close. I would like to thank a number of people: our vocalist, Linda Millette, our drum group, Buffalo Boy Production, our elder, Roland Duquette, and the phenomenal members of the convocation planning team for their dedication to making these ceremonies a success. Finally now, to the graduates. You have studied diligently to earn your degree, diploma, or certificate, and I wish you continued success throughout your lives, both personally and professionally. Congratulations. It is my hope that thanks to your precious experience here, your education has prepared you to meet some important challenges: how to heal an injured child, how to create art that transforms people's perspectives, how to protect human rights, how to engineer shelter for humanity, how to write a poem that explains the feeling of joy or loss, how to deploy capital to produce and market innovation, how to ensure that agriculture production feeds the world, or in summary, how to design and work for a just society. Earning your parchment is a new road to opportunity and adventure. The education you have received from this university has prepared you to meet these challenges. The world needs you. That is our wish for each graduate of the University of Saskatchewan. Never forget this institution. Your degree is a coveted passport. May all your dreams come true. And as Dr. Seuss says, yay, you. In closing, I ask that you remain at your seats until the platform party has left the stage.